Have you ever rushed out the door without any practice, only to feel like the whole day is a mess? Your mind scattered, small accidents everywhere, and by night you say to yourself, it feels like something was missing from the very beginning. Have you ever wondered why some older practitioners insist that no matter how busy you are, you should at least chant the Shurangama mantra once in the morning? As if one stream of sound could quietly guard your whole day and slowly bend your fate in a different direction. Welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you are here, especially if you are someone who recites mantras but sometimes does not know why. Or if you are someone who has heard of the Shurangama mantra that feels a bit intimidated by its length and mystery. Today we are going to sit down together and talk about a practice that many masters have guarded and emphasized for centuries, chanting the Shurangama mantra in the morning. We are going to explore 3 simple but profound ideas. First, why morning is such a critical moment for your mind, your karma, and the direction of your day. Second, what it really means to say that one mantra can protect a day and even quietly influence your destiny, beyond superstition and blind belief. Third, how you, an ordinary busy person, can work with this long and powerful mantra in a way that is realistic, heart-based, and sustainable, even if you feel your pronunciation is clumsy or your faith is not perfect yet. We will do this in the way we love on this channel, through stories, through everyday scenes, through the language of awakening, cause and effect, compassion, and daily practice. No academic debate, no trying to impress anyone, just an honest look at how sound, intention, and routine can reshape the energy of a whole life. Imagine 2 mornings that look almost the same from the outside. In both, the alarm rings at 6. In both, the sky outside is still pale, the room a little dim. In both, there is a body that does not want to leave the bed and a mind that already feels the pull of messages, obligations, and stress. The first morning belongs to a woman named Sarah. The alarm rings. Her hand shoots out almost automatically, not to turn toward an altar, but to grab her phone. Within seconds, her eyes are on a glowing screen. Notifications, updates, overnight messages, news headlines, someone's complaint, someone's bragging, an email from work with the subject line urgent. Her heart rate rises before her feet even touch the floor. Thoughts start racing. I need to reply to this. Why did they send this so early? I am already behind. Today is going to be crazy. She gets up quickly, rushes through washing her face, half listens to the people around her, gulps down some coffee, maybe glances at a to-do list, and then steps out into the world with a mind that has never once had a chance to settle, to align, to remember why it is alive. Her first contact of the day was with the agitated world, not with her own deeper awareness. That whole day, she is like a leaf pushed around by wind. Every message, every comment from others, every small obstacle, every bad driver, every critical line from her boss, easily throws her mood from one extreme to another. By evening, she is exhausted and says, "Today just felt chaotic from the very beginning." The second morning belongs to a man named Daniel. He also has an alarm at 6. He also has responsibilities. He also has messages waiting. But he has made one quiet decision with himself before contacting the world. He will contact the Dharma. Before letting his mind be shaped by other people's moods, he will let it be shaped by the mantra. When the alarm rings, his hand still feels the same heaviness. For a moment, his mind also whispers, just 10 more minutes of sleep. But then another memory appears, like a small lantern, the times when he got up just a little earlier to chant, and how different those days felt, even when they were externally hard. So he sits up, he washes his face, maybe splashes a bit of cold water to clear his sleepiness, and then he goes to a small space he has chosen at home. It might be a full altar with statues and incense, or just a simple shelf with a Buddha image and a candle. He stands or sits, joins his palms, and takes 3 breaths. With the first breath, he thinks, I am still alive. This is one more day of human life. Not everyone who slept last night woke up this morning. With the second breath, he thinks, may I use this day well. May I not just drift. With the third breath, he silently calls to the Buddhism bodhisattvas he trusts, and he begins to chant the Shurangama mantra. The mantra is long. His pronunciation is not perfect. Some sections he still half chants, half murmurs. Some mornings, his mind wanders, but he keeps going. Sound after sound, like someone slowly washing a stone under a stream. For that period of time, even if it is only once through, his attention is not on emails or social media. It is on syllables that have been carried through centuries by countless practitioners. Syllables that point to a vast field of awakened awareness. By the time he finishes, the outside world has not changed. The same problems await, but inside, something has aligned. His mind is like a compass needle that has been allowed to settle and point north before walking into dense forest. That day, when trouble arises, he still feels stress, but he also remembers his breath more easily. He still hears criticism, but it does not cut as deeply. He still meets small dangers, but somehow he avoids some of them without knowing why. As if an invisible hand gently turned him one step to the side. At night, when he thinks back, today was not easy, but I felt like I was under a wider sky. I did not feel as alone or as lost. From the outside, these 2 mornings look like minor schedule differences. From the inside, they are 2 completely different spiritual strategies. One says, I will let the loudest voices define my day. The other says, I will let awareness and vow define my day first, then deal with the voices. That is the first layer of why morning chanting, and especially a powerful mantra like the Shurangama, matters so much. It is not only about mystical protection. It is about who gets the first word in your consciousness each day. Now, what is the Shurangama mantra? In simple language. And why do so many masters treat it like a treasure you should not carelessly drop? Without going into complex technical terms, you can think of it like this. The Shurangama Sutra, which the mantra belongs to, is a teaching that focuses again and again on the true nature of the mind. The way illusions appear and disappear, the way we mistake passing appearances for solid self, and the way we can awaken to a deeper, unshakable awareness. The mantra is like a concentrated sound form of that protection and insight. In traditional understanding, it has several functions at once. It is said to protect the mind from heavy negative influences, both seen and unseen. It is said to calm and restrain inner demons, which you can understand as destructive habits, addictions, and twisted patterns of thought. It is said to stabilize the environment, like a spiritual firewall around your day. If words like unseen beings or demons feel too mythical for you, you can translate them into more psychological language. The demons that most of us know intimately are things like uncontrolled anger, despair, jealousy, anxiety, and poisonous thoughts that suddenly flood the mind. The unseen beings that influence our day can include the leftover impressions from media, past trauma, and the collective mood of the society around us. When you chant the Shurangama mantra with sincerity, you are not sending a magic signal to somehow avoid all difficulty. You are calling on a field of awakened intention that has been built by countless practitioners who have chanted it before you, including many great masters. Like a radio tuning to a certain frequency, your mind enters that protective frequency, even if you do not intellectually understand every syllable. Think about how music affects you. There are songs that make you restless, aggressive, or sad within seconds. Even if you do not understand the lyrics, there are chants or melodies that calm you, bring tears of release, or make you feel supported, even if you do not know their history. Sound carries energy. The Shurangama mantra is not a sweet love song or a sad ballad. It is more like a powerful, ancient drumbeat that says to your scattered consciousness, "Wake up. Remember who you are. Do not be pulled into every shadow that passes through." When you let that sound flood your room in the morning, you are claiming your mental space before the day's storms begin. There is a story about a young man named Leo who learned this the hard way. Leo grew up with a quick mind and a quick temper. He was sensitive to everything, people's moods, the news, invisible tensions in the room. He also had a tendency toward anxiety and dark thoughts. When he first heard about the Shurangama mantra, he thought, "This is not for me. It is too long, too complicated. I will just chant a short mantra. That is enough." For a while, this worked. He chanted a simple mantra when he remembered, usually at night. But his mornings were still chaotic. He woke up scrolling, woke up worrying, woke up grabbing whatever breakfast and rushing out. Then he went through a period where everything seemed to fall apart at once. A business partnership broke down. A close friend betrayed his trust. A family member fell seriously ill. He felt surrounded, like his life was a house with doors and windows wide open in a storm. Everything blowing in, nothing secure. One day, while visiting a temple out of sheer desperation, he ended up in the back of the hall while a group of monks chanted the Shurangama mantra. At first, he felt bored. The melody was different from what he was used to. There were long passages without familiar words. But as the chanting continued, something shifted. The sound was like waves, rising and falling, strong but not harsh, steady but not mechanical. His mind, which had been racing with fear and anger, began to quiet in a way he had not experienced for a long time. He noticed that certain recurring thoughts, like "I am cursed" or "I am surrounded by enemies," seemed to loosen their grip. After the session, he spoke to one of the monks, an older man with tired eyes but a very gentle voice. He asked, "Why do you chant this every morning? Does it really make a difference?" The monk smiled a little and said, "Does brushing your teeth make a difference? If you stop for a week, your mouth will tell you. The mantra is brushing for the mind. We chant not because something dramatic happens every day, but because without this daily cleaning, bacteria of confusion and negativity pile up. The Shurangama mantra is a very strong cleanser." Leo thought about that. He realized that he had been expecting spiritual practice to be like a sudden lightning bolt, dramatically changing everything overnight. But he had never given any practice permission to work on him slowly, day after day. He decided to try chanting the Shurangama mantra in the morning for 1 month. The first week was rough. He struggled with pronouncing it. He got frustrated at how long it took. Some mornings he wanted to quit and go back to his phone. But he made a simple agreement with himself. Just 1 month. Every morning, before any screen, I will light incense, sit, and chant it once, no matter how I feel. By the second week, something interesting began to happen. His mind still produced anxious thoughts, but they felt lighter, less convincing. His habitual tendency to imagine worst-case scenarios softened a bit. On days when serious problems arose, he noticed he did not immediately spiral as deeply. He could step back more easily and say, "Okay, this is happening. What is the wisest response I can manage today?" By the end of the month, he realized that the external mess of his life had not magically disappeared. There were still financial issues, still difficult conversations to have, still illness in the family. But he felt as if an inner shell had formed around his mind. Not a wall that blocked feeling, but a subtle boundary that stopped every passing fear from piercing him as deeply. He continued the practice. Years later, when he looked back at that period, he said, "The problems were the same problems. The difference was that I stopped facing them as a naked, unprotected mind and started facing them with the mantra around me like a field." That is what practitioners mean when they say, "One sound of the mantra protects the day." It is not a guarantee that nothing difficult will happen, It is a guarantee that you have done something at the very beginning of the day to align yourself with protection, clarity, and the vast energy of awakening that this mantra represents. If you take the teaching of karma seriously, this daily alignment matters a lot. Every morning, you are making a choice about which seeds you will water first. If you start by watering seeds of distraction, greed, comparison, and anxiety, those seeds will have a head start. If you start by watering seeds of devotion, mindfulness, and protection, those seeds will have a head start. The Shurangama mantra is like watering many good seeds at once. Now, you might ask, what if I do not understand the meaning? Does chanting still work? Am I just making sounds? This is a very common question. In an ideal world, you would both understand and chant. Understanding gives your mind clear direction. Chanting gives your heart and body a direct experience of the energy. But throughout history, many practitioners have started with only devotion and sound, and understanding unfolded over time. Think of a baby repeating words before fully understanding their meaning. The baby still forms a bond with the parent through those sounds. In the same way, when you sincerely chant a mantra transmitted through an unbroken lineage, you are forming a bond with the field of wisdom and compassion it embodies. You can gradually study explanations of the mantra. You can read about the Shurangama Sutra and its teachings on the mind. You can listen to commentaries that unpack each section. But do not wait until you perfectly understand every syllable before you dare to chant. If you wait for that kind of perfection, you may never start. Start where you are. Let your understanding deepen as you go. The most important thing is your attitude. If you treat the mantra as a tool to get quick supernatural benefits without changing your behavior, your relationship with it will be shallow. If you treat it as a mirror and a protection while you honestly work on your ethics, your speech, your thoughts, your compassion, then the mantra can become a very powerful ally. The Shurangama mantra has always been closely linked with moral precepts. Many masters have said that its protective power is strongest when you are genuinely trying to live more ethically. Why? Because chanting is like sending out a signal. If you call out for protection while you are simultaneously ignoring cause and effect, harming others, or constantly indulging in negativity, your own actions create holes in your protective field. If you chant and at the same time do your best, however imperfectly, to avoid harming and to cultivate kindness, your actions and your mantra are aligned. The protective energy finds fewer holes to leak through. So when you make morning chanting a habit, you are not only promising yourself, I will make these sounds, you are also promising, I will do my best today to live in a way that matches these sounds. Now, let us talk about the very practical side. You might be thinking, I have to get kids ready, commute, start work early. How am I supposed to chant such a long mantra every morning? Here are some realistic possibilities. Expressed simply, you can wake up just a little earlier than you do now. Even 10 or 15 minutes. If chanting the full mantra seems too much at first, you can start with learning and chant in one section sincerely, while planning to slowly expand. You can play a recording softly and chant along, using the voice of a skilled chanter to support you until the melody is familiar. You can set a clear boundary with yourself during chanting time. No phone, no multitasking. That small promise will make the practice much more powerful than if you try to chant while checking messages. You can accept that some mornings will be rough. You will yawn, lose your place, feel dull. The important thing is to keep showing up. Every time you sit down and chant instead of rolling over or grabbing your phone, you are saying to your destiny, I choose awakening over habit, even if just for a few minutes. Over months and years, that choice accumulates. Imagine an archer aiming at a target far away. If they change the angle of their aim by even a tiny amount at the beginning, the arrow lands in a completely different place at the end. Your morning mantra is like that tiny adjustment. At the moment, it might feel like nothing. One chant, One more day with the same job, same family, same body. But inside, your mind's habitual angle is slowly turning. Less fear, more trust, less scattered craving, more stability, less identification with every thought, more connection with awareness. That inner shift will quietly influence the way you make decisions, respond to events, and handle temptation. That is how a mantra can change destiny without violating free will or cause and effect. It changes the kind of person you are becoming. And that changed person makes different choices, which led to different outcomes. Before we come to the closing reflection, there is one more subtle but important aspect to talk about morning time as a gate between worlds. In many traditions, dawn is seen as a transition point where night and day meet, where the world moves from silence to activity, where the unseen and the seen overlap. In your own experience, you might notice that thoughts and emotions feel a bit softer, more fluid. In that half-awake state, old dreams linger. The full weight of daily roles has not yet landed. If you fill that threshold with fear, distraction, or noise, the whole day can feel like you are chasing something you cannot name. If you fill that threshold with mantra, with breath, with remembering your deeper purpose, the whole day can feel more like walking from a temple out into the marketplace while still holding a candle from the altar in your hand. The Shurangama mantra at dawn is like lighting that candle. It does not remove the chaos of the marketplace, but it gives you a small, steady flame inside, so that you do not forget where you came from and where you are ultimately going. Now, let us turn toward you, gently. Think about the last 7 mornings of your life. How did you wake up? What were the first sounds your ears took in? What were the first images your eyes saw? What were the first thoughts you fed? Did you grab your phone immediately? Did you scroll through other people's lives before touching your own breath? Did you let worries, complaints, or plans be the first food for your consciousness? And how did those days feel? Now imagine yourself 1 week from now, or 1 month from now, making a slightly different choice. You still have the same responsibilities. You still have your phone. You still have the same job. But when the alarm rings, you sit up and say to yourself, before anything else, I will chant. Maybe you light incense. Maybe you do not. Maybe use it on a cushion. Maybe just on the edge of your bed. You join your palms. Take 3 breaths, and let the first sound that fills your room be the Shurangama mantra, not the ringtone of someone else's agenda. You might feel clumsy and small as you chant. That is okay. The mantra is vast enough to hold your clumsiness. You might doubt whether anything is happening. That is okay too. Seeds do not shout when they sprout under the soil. You might have mornings where you only manage a portion. Keep going. Let your sincerity be more important than your perfection. Over time, as you keep showing up, you may notice something subtle. On days when you chant, you feel slightly more centered, slightly more protected, slightly more able to let go of petty irritations. On days when you skip, you feel a bit more easily thrown off, a bit more at the mercy of every mood. That contrast is the mantra teaching you. You do not need to force yourself to believe blindly. Your own experience will show you whether this practice opens or closes your heart. If it opens, protect it. My friend, if you have listened all the way to this point, it already shows that there is a sincere practitioner inside you. Someone who is not satisfied with only reciting a few words without knowing why. Someone who wants to weave awakening into the very fabric of daily life. I want to invite you now to reflect and, if you like, to share. Have you ever had a period where you consistently chanted a mantra in the morning? Whether the Shurangama mantra or another one. How did those days feel compared to days when you did not practice at all? Is there one fear or one habit in your life right now that you would especially like to bring under the protection and clarity of the Shurangama mantra? What would it look like if, each morning, you consciously offered that fear or habit to the mantra, asking for support in transforming it? If you feel safe to share, Write about it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read on a day when they are struggling to get out of bed, wondering whether there is any point in chanting yet again. If this long script gave you even a small shift in how you see morning, mantra, and your own destiny, please support the channel. You can subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. These simple actions help this kind of deep, story-based content on awakening, wisdom, cause and effect, compassion, practice, and destiny reach more people who are secretly tired of waking up in chaos and are ready to try waking up in awareness instead. If you feel called and are able, you can also consider joining as a channel member. Your support helps make it possible to keep creating long, heart-centered episodes like this, where we take a single practice and really explore how it can change the way we walk through the world. Thank you for spending this time together. May your mornings gradually become less about rushing and more about remembering. May each sound of the Shurangama mantra you chant at dawn become a step away from confusion and a step toward a clearer, freer destiny. And may you carry, through every busy day, the quiet, steady protection of a mind that chose to chant before it chose to scroll.
There comes a time when you realize you want something that belongs just to you, something that brings comfort and keeps you connected to your inner world. Wall-crafted bracelet does exactly that, quietly, softly, and consistently. If you felt drawn to any bracelet in this video, you'll find the purchase link in the video description and many more auctions in the channel storefront. Because sometimes the smallest item can bring the biggest sense of peace.